So the fragrances we have today are pretty popular. The first one is this one, Elixir from Paul Gaultier. The next one is Man in Black, Bulgari. Then we have another man, not the Man in Black, but this is called Rain Essence from Bulgari. And the last one is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Parfum, also a pretty popular fragrance. So if we start with the lightest one, how does this smell to my nose? Bulgari Rain Essence. To me, this I've tried all these before, so I've tried a dry down on all these fragrances, so I can say how they develop, but I'm just gonna spray again and let you know again, basically on the top notes. So this first one, this smells very similar to my nose to Asaro Chrome. This is a fresh, watery, it's like the name, Rain Essence. It's like a very watery, rainy, clean type of fragrance. I know that this is much more expensive than Asaro Chrome, so I wouldn't go for this one over the Asaro Chrome, but because I don't think the price they set out for this fragrance is worth. Because it's not so much better in my opinion. They're pretty similar, so I would just buy a really cheap Asaro Chrome instead of this one from Bulgari. So I would put this one on the 4th place of these 4 fragrances. The 3rd place, I would put this one. I tried this, of course, once again yesterday. Paul Gaultier Le Mal Elixir. And why do I think that this one is just on the 4th or the 3rd place? I think that this smells like a lot of different other fragrances, a lot of different sweet vanilla, caramel, tonka type based fragrances that I have smelled before. It's not a bad scent at all. I kind of like it, but if you don't really like this young, youthful type of sweet fragrances, you might not want to invest in this because it's not so interesting. It smells really good if you just want a nice fragrance for the little bit colder season. Easy to like, easy entrance fragrance, easy for people around you to enjoy. And this one sat a long time on my skin yesterday. Then this might be something for you. But for the connoisseurs out there, I wouldn't recommend this. For the newbies that want a sweet fragrance and maybe you like the original Le Mal DNA, maybe see how much, maybe you want to check that one out because it's okay, but it's not an interesting fragrance. Now we go into my favorites of this bunch. It's the Guerlain and it's the Bulgari Man in Black. And what do you guys think? Which one will I put in the first place? The answer might surprise you, but I would put the Guerlain actually, L'Homme Ideal Parfum on the first place. And it's this one. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I will put pictures up. Why do I think this is the most interesting of the whole bunch? This fragrance is not something that I would like in the beginning of my fragrance journey. Because this is a developing type of fragrance. It's a little bit more a creative type of fragrance in my opinion. It's not easy to like for everyone. It's not a mass appealing scent. I think, that's just my opinion, maybe you think it is, but I don't think it's a mass appealing scent. This is a fragrance that you will starting to appreciate when you come further in your fragrance journey, when you tried all the other flankers of all the popular designer fragrances. You're heading into a little bit niche territory. Because this one, in the beginning, when you spray the first spray, we'll spray it here again. This one, in the instant, smells like marzipan to my nose. The first smell that I got from this fragrance. It was very almond-like, and of course, all you guys know that marzipan is made of almonds. So That's why you get this almond vibe, marzipan vibe in the first beginning. And it was very off-putting for me in the beginning, because me personally, I'm not a big fan of the almond note in fragrances. I think it gets a little bit of this cake type of smell, this you know, this sweet type of almond vibe that I don't really like. So I don't like the opening of this fragrance. But when it sits on your skin for a while, it becomes a little bit less almond-like. It becomes a little bit more leathery, a little bit more musky in my opinion. And it develops to something much more interesting, which I like. I think it's creative. I think it's more fun than some other fragrances. They're just linear. So that's why I put this on the first place. How do I feel about this one? This is also a very popular fragrance in the community or in Fragrantica. So Man in Black from Bulgari. I have this here. I think that this is good. I think it's a nice, dark, like very masculine, a little bit almost like smoky whiskey, you know, little bit of boozy, dark fragrance that you should and could use on a nights out. If you're a very masculine man or you want to feel masculine and stuff like that. But it's not super developing. It's more of a, what can I say, a dark fragrance that has this very basic designer DNA to it. I feel that it's not wow, it's not something I haven't smelled before, but it's okay, it's good. I would wear it, of course, and I like it. I actually like that fragrance, but in just interest rate, how interesting is this fragrance for me? I will give this like a 7, and I would give this more like a 9, the Guerlain, because this is more developing type of fragrance. So what would I recommend to you guys? I would recommend the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Parfum if you, first of all, like almond notes in fragrances. Second, if you are tired of designer fragrances, you like a little bit more sweeter fragrances that has a more developing type of character to it. And I would go for the Man in Black if you are a designer lover, you have maybe just tried designer fragrances, you haven't gone into the niche world of deeper, darker, developing scents yet, but you still want something very masculine for the fall, winter, when you're going out. Maybe you have a coat, a little bit dressed up, maybe a tuxedo, a suit or something like that. Then I would go for the Bulgari Man in Black. So that's my rating of these fragrances. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of these releases? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Let me know in the comments. Have a great day. Bye bye.